Welcome everyone to the Just Savor Kitchen. I'm Chef Huda and today we're making one of my favorite dishes. We're making my coconut curry chickpeas. Super simple, super easy, super delicious. Once you get the sauce down, you can change out your protein. So if you don't want to do chickpeas, you can do chicken, you can do seafood, you can do more veggies, whatever you like. So let's get started. So in our pan, you have it over a medium-high heat and we have a little oil. I'm using olive oil, but if you have another oil you like to use, do that because it's your house, right? So we're gonna take our peppers. I use red and green peppers today and Vidalia onions because I like the sweetness. So we're gonna add this into our pan. Yes. And whenever you add anything to your pan, you want that sizzle, you want that sound. That means that your pan is to temp and that you've already started a culinary party. So we have our peppers and we're just gonna kind of wilt them down a little bit. We're gonna saute them until they start to get nice and soft. Then we'll add in our chickpeas. And the one thing I love about this dish is even my nieces and nephews will eat it. I know kids are super picky, but they love it because even though it is a curry, it's not a spicy curry. Now, if that's your preference, you can definitely make it spicy. But for my family, they like just a hint of spice and just a little sweetness. And you get that from the coconut and the coconut sugar we're gonna use today. So we're just cooking our peppers, onions, and we're just getting everything nice and friendly in the pan, like I like to say. And if you're cooking a dish, remember, it's not supposed to be stressful, it's supposed to be fun. One of the reasons I started Just Savor is because I really want people to just savor every moment. So whether you're making food with friends, or if you're just having a dinner party, or you're making food for yourself, have fun with it. We're adding in our chickpeas now. Let everything cook down. It's wonderful and great. And what I like to do here is, because I want to wake up my spices before I add in that coconut milk, I'm going to add in our curry powder. Or if you have Just Savor spices, you can use your Kamala masala. I'm also going to add in, and it instantly starts smelling delicious. You want to make sure every chickpea gets coated, your peppers get coated, and it just starts smelling amazing in your kitchen. And the one thing I love is when you wake up your spices by heating them, it just, the aroma. And it also makes your food more flavorful as well. So it helps you develop those flavors that you want. Okay, we're gonna add in a little cinnamon. I love cinnamon, I think it's a great contrast in a curry. We're gonna add a little bit of that in. And you can also, of course, because you're making this for yourself, it's your preference. If you like more garlic in yours, or you like more spice in yours, or you like more cinnamon in yours, do that, because remember, it's your kitchen, your rules. All right, this smells, I wish you guys could smell this. It is so amazing, so delicious. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait for you to try this in your own home. All right, those look amazing. I'm gonna add in just a pinch of salt. All right, and we're gonna add in some tomatoes. Now these are fire roasted tomatoes. You can get them canned, or if you want to go for it and roast your own, go for it, have fun, right? But if you're looking for convenience, fire roasted tomatoes, and I like to add in a little bit of the juice from the tomatoes too. But if you're watching your sodium, you can go ahead and drain this juice and just use the tomatoes. Adding in tomatoes. Ooh, this looks good. Now listen, if you wanted to stop here and you weren't into sauces, you could definitely do that and put this over some rice, eat it by itself, pair it with a sweet potato, or with another protein. Up to you, it's your house, your rules. All right, great. That looks amazing. So we're gonna add in our coconut milk. And the great part about coconut milk, it's gonna thicken everything up, and it's friendly for my vegetarian and my vegan friends. Or if you're just trying to cut out dairy and you're trying to watch your cholesterol, it's a good alternative to milk or heavy cream. Ooh. The aroma, I love it. All right, so we're gonna add in this coconut milk here. You can add it in a little bit at a time. It's just gonna thicken up. Now, if you didn't put your heat over medium-high because you're a little scared you might burn something, now's the time to increase your heat. And you're really just making sure you're stirring, getting all those lovely bits, getting your coconut milk friendly in the pan with everything else. So I'm just gonna up mine a little bit, speed up the process. And you're really looking to bring this to a simmer. So if you want to increase to high and then bring it back down, you can, but you're looking for the coconut milk to simmer and reduce. So delicious. And you're making sure you're getting all those little bits around the pan, so everything just starts looking friendly and delicious in the pan. Oh, this is one of my favorite dishes. It's so good. All right, great. Now, while this is working, you can stir it as much as you want, or you can let it set for a little bit. I'm gonna let it set, and I'm gonna talk about my rice. So, we have over here a basmati rice. Now, if you wanna do a brown basmati or jasmine rice, it's completely up to you, but traditionally you do basmati rice. This is a regular basmati rice, and if you don't have time to cook your basmati rice, you don't have 20 minutes to make it, that's okay. Do the alternatives and the quick cook ones that are in the grocery store, because listen, it's your house, you're busy, your kids are busy, your significant others are busy, everyone's just busier. So any little quick shortcuts you can take, do them, because you're still making dinner and you're still winning at life. So with our rice, it's just plain rice, has a little salt in it. What I like to do to kick it up a notch is I like a little lime and a little cilantro. So we're gonna add in a little lime, because I like the rice to have a little flavor, but this is very flavorful, so we don't want to over flavor the rice. And if you don't like the contrast of lime, you don't have to add it. You could just do plain rice and be fine, but you know, I can always kind of kick it up just a tiny bit. And then we have our lovely cilantro, and if you don't like cilantro, you can do parsley if you wanted a nice color in there, or leave it out altogether. Again, your kitchen, your rules, and you have to do what works for you. So I'm just gonna toss this lightly and get all those flavors to combine, and all those flavors to have a nice little party and get friendly, like I like to say. And you see that our curry is starting to simmer and reduce, which is great. And remember, you're stirring every once in a while to make sure that nothing's sticking, because you have all those good flavors in there and veggies. But you're really just looking for it to thicken up naturally, which coconut milk is great at doing. Ooh, it's a curry party. So our rice, as you can see, it looks delicious. Doesn't it look like flavor? Like the rice by itself is just delicious by itself. So you always want to make sure you add that little bit of flavor if you can. The cilantro, the citrus, just picks it up a notch. That's so good. I could eat that by itself. Okay, our curry is thickening up. This is good. So whether you're serving this family style individually, I like to pair it with a nice naan bread or pita bread, completely up to you. And you can always do like a garlic butter on it. You could toast it and do some honey over it, or with some coconut, completely up to you. It's your house, your flavors, and you can also spice it up if you wanted to. Maybe do like a chili garlic butter. You can do whatever you want, because again, it's your house. All right, so our curry is nice and thickening up, and this took no time, right? So we're gonna taste it. Carefully taste your food at all times. Remember, it is hot. You don't wanna burn your tongue. Okay, so here is where you would add more salt if you wanted to. I'm gonna add just a pinch more. And again, if you wanted to add any of the other flavors, maybe more cinnamon, if you decided you wanted some more heat, you could do that as well. But I did some salt and just a pinch of coconut sugar, because we use the coconut milk. You could use regular sugar, you use honey, you could use date syrup, completely up to you. So add a little bit more to kind of counteract the spice that's in here. Just gonna add a little bit. We're not trying to make it a dessert, just trying to make it a balanced, delicious dish. Something interesting for our taste buds. That looks so good. I'm excited. I'm so excited. All right, that looks great. I think we should plate it up. Simple, easy recipe anyone can make. We're going to start with our rice. We're gonna start on a small plate. Now, I love curry in a bowl just because I love extra sauce for my bread to dip in. But for this purpose, we're gonna plate on a plate. So, nice generous portion of rice on one side. Overlap it a little bit so the curry has somewhere to sit. There's our rice. Love, love, love. All right. And now we're gonna grab some curry. All right. This is going to be delicious. Chickpeas, everything's friendly in the pan. Remember, we used our bell peppers, onions, chickpeas. You can add in some spinach at the last minute if you'd like. Completely up to you. Look at that. Look how just delicious. Oh my goodness. So good. I'm so excited about this. We're waiting all day for this dish. All right. And then if you want to, you can do parsley, lime on top, completely up to you. We're gonna get our naan bread. Look at that. And this little lime for measure. You guys, look at this. This is my coconut chickpea curry. Super simple, super easy, under 20 minutes. Anyone can make it, vegan friendly, full of nutrients and protein. Just a really good dish. Remember, you can bring the spice up, bring it down, make it sweeter, whatever you want to do. It's super versatile. Change out the proteins. Remember, it's your kitchen. Do what makes you happy. Thank you guys so much for joining us. I'm gonna go eat this, and stay tuned for more recipes in the Just Savor kitchen. I'm Chef Huda. Bye. So good.